Hello, my friends, and today is another episode of our Brand Your Dream show. And in this particular video, we're going to talk about that how the way how you look is not exactly the same who you are. We're talking about weight loss, we're talking about the confidence, we're talking about happiness. And our guest today is Anjana Lala. She's a confidence coach from Johannesburg, South Africa, and she's going to share with us 3 different steps how to change the way how you feel, about your confidence, about your happiness, and about the way how you're supposed to treat your body and feel more comfortable who you are, the way who you are. So I'm going to invite Anjana right now, and hopefully our tech will work with us. So let's see what can we do today. And I hope Anjana will join us soon. So when we talk about the confidence, it's really important for our brand as well, because it doesn't matter how much we think about ourselves, we're confident. For women entrepreneurs, it's always a huge problem. We always treat it as if everybody else are more important than us. That's why our inner confidence, our inner happiness is so important. When we feel confident, we can help more to our family, to our clients, make the business what we dream about. Hi, Anjana. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you? Good and you?
So let's start our interview, shall we?
Yes, let's do this.
Okay. So let me know, how did you start with this business which you have right now? How did you start in it?
Okay, I grew up with a lot of insecurities, feeling very not comfortable in my own skin, and it led me to believe or miss out a lot of things in life. And people say make memories. By avoiding life and through my insecurities and not feeling very confident and comfortable in my own skin, I missed out a lot of on life.
Mm-hmm.
And I have pockets of experiences where I felt so bad, so unhappy, so insecure about my capabilities, about my body, how I looked. And the point that I can remember that way it started was with my body image of how I looked. That's
Mm-hmm.
where it started. That's what I tried a lot of facets, mindset. Um, I tried happiness workshops. But at the end of the day, when I really worked and with self reflection and self awareness through
Mm-hmm.
meditation, working through my healing, I figured out that it started with my body confidence and how I viewed my own body.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it started. That's how I became a confidence coach. And I am teaching women and young girls, especially. I work
Mm-hmm.
with a lot of mother and daughter teams to teach them what is to be valued as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
as a young girl, and how to navigate life. I'm very passionate about it. Um, it's close to my heart, and that's how I started this business because I see so many people, the ladies in my own family, my friends, we struggle with body confidence. And I came up with an idea, and that's how I put this thing together. And that's how I started this business.
Fantastic. I absolutely excited about this topic because, it's a huge problem for many women entrepreneurs specifically because, we have to be visible, we have to go online confidently and actually promote our business. And this confidence is not just about the body, it's also about how we talk, how we communicate to other people. So I think that we will get a lot of value from this little interview. I hope so. So I'm excited about that. So let's jump on
I
our
hope I can
topic.
help.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I know you can help. Come on. So let's start with our topic, and the topic is that the way you look is not define who you are. And you also
That's right.
mentioned before that we are going to talk about the weight loss, about the confidence, and all these other small parts. So share with us
Yes.
your 3 steps, 3 secrets, which I can't wait to hear.
Okay. Our 3 ways or 3 steps that will help you to feel more comfortable in your own skin is, first thing is self-awareness and reflection of how the beauty industry, the fitness and health industry has conditioned our minds to look at ourselves and how we view and define our physical form. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The beauty industry has made us so self-conscious.
Mm-hmm.
They defined and tell us how we should look, how should we be. We should look a certain way. And aging as a woman, the beauty industry has made us so self-conscious about our wrinkles, for example. Age-defying products, age-defying this, vitamins, supplements, you know what I'm saying? That we get so engrossed on our looks only that we miss out on the other parts of our beings. So the first thing we need to do is to become self-aware of how these, for example, from young, we are given Barbie dolls these days.
Right.
Barbie dolls will define how your body should be. I was a chubby child. A Barbie doll won't suit my body type. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got dark hair. I don't have blonde hair. And I come from Indian culture where fairness is like a big thing.
Oh, yeah.
So if you get a little bit sun tanned or you get burnt in this, if you stay too long in the sun, it's a big problem. They put so much emphasis on fair skin, your face. And what does it do to your confidence? What does it do to you of how you must look? For example, what happened there? Okay, sorry. Are we
We
back?
had little glitch in
Pause
connection.
there. Okay. I was still saying, I was a chubby person. And when I used to wear my swimsuit, people used to tease me. My family, my cousins, they used to tease me. And I stopped wearing swimsuits. I, in fact, stopped swimming. When they would go to the pool, I would make some excuses and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be self-aware of how you are treating yourself as an object, your body as an object, because how you look, that's how you're doing is objectification.
Mm-hmm.
You are not viewing yourself as a whole being, that your body is an instrument. It's not an object to be viewed. It's not an object to be admired.
Mm-hmm.
It is an instrument and is a part of you. We separate ourselves from our bodies as ladies.
Right.
So that self-awareness, we need to be so self-aware of how we view our body. And we are not objects to be admired, to be ravished. Do you see some of these ads like the gas jeans? It's
Mm-hmm.
violent. You've got few men surrounding you and want to rip your jeans off. I mean, that's not sexy. That is violence, you know what I mean, against women. That we're not
Mm-hmm.
objects shows that the fashion industry does not view women as beings, as whole human beings. They view us as objects. So
Right.
be self-aware of how this has impacted you. Step one, reflect on your thoughts, how you view your body. It's a long process, but the self-awareness journey, it starts with self-awareness and how much it bothers you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one good example is so many ladies will not leave home without makeup. As a
Mm-hmm.
simple thing as that. They feel flabbergasted. they feel like the world will end if they don't have makeup. You see? So how much energy and time do you put into your looks when you could be doing other things? You could be finding other meanings. You could be building your dream. Okay?
Right.
Right. Step 2 is to rediscover your body, but in a different way. Your body is an instrument to be used to live life. Your body is an instrument that will support you through this journey of life. So how would you discover your body? One is through guided meditation, where you guide from the top of your head, going down and sensing and reflecting on each part of your body.
Mm-hmm.
There was a glitch there again. I'm back.
You're back.
To rediscover your body, one is to do meditation. Through meditation, you can actually discover and reconnect with your body. So many ladies, we are so disconnected with our body. We just sit in our mind. So we're not connected with our body. So meditation is a fantastic way to rediscover your body and reconnect and then feel good in your body.
Mm-hmm.
If meditation is not for you, another way to do it is actually to dance. Have fun, dance. You can do Zumba classes, do belly dancing. Another form of dance is Nia, where you connect with your feminine energy, feel good in your body as a woman, as a full, whole woman, not just for your body. So it's a very good way to rediscover your body. Another thing is to laugh, is to have a good belly laugh. It's so easy to laugh. When you laugh, you feel your body. You feel it in your cheeks, you feel it in your tummy. When you laugh, you feel it. When you have such a good laugh, you actually physically feel your body.
True.
It seems strange, but it is. It's a very good way to connect and rediscover your body in a fun way. Now, the third thing, or the third step, is to redefine what beauty is for you. You define what healthy choices mean to you. Okay? Because what we've done is the beauty industry has made us so self-conscious that we either suppress our insecurities when we don't feel good in our body by either overeating or not eating, some sort of addiction that we do. The other way of doing is self-harm. You know, some people, they cut themselves, they pull their hair. I'm talking, this is extreme now, where they do not feel good about their body. But the most common one is food addiction.
Right.
We either deprive ourselves of food so that we can look thin, or have this society version of what we should look like. Okay, what sexy should look like and what sexy should feel like. And the others overeat. They emotionally, they eat to suppress that feeling of not looking good enough. It shows plastic surgery industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. I was standing at a bus stop just the other day, and a group of 13, 14-year-old girls says, my boobs are not big enough. I've got fat thighs. I'm going to go for plastic surgery. I don't like my nose. I'm going to go for plastic surgery. These 13-year-old girls. Crazy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So another thing that we do when we don't feel so good and how we define what beauty is, we avoid life. You're invited to a party, we go into our little comfort zone, we avoid going to functions, we avoid going to the mall, we avoid going to any event. We rather hide out in our comfort of our home than make an effort because we do not feel comfortable how we look. So we need to redefine these things. We need to define that, we need to understand that our bodies are not objects. We are not first bodies and then human beings. That's what the beauty, health and fitness industry has made us believe. So we need to define that we are not just the body, that we are whole human beings. There's more to us than just the body. What about our mind? What about our emotion? What about our spirit? We are whole human beings. So we need to claim back our power and redefine who we are and how the world views us. We are not a before and after picture.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So those are the 3 steps that will help you. So it's getting self-awareness, reflecting of how you think about body. The second part is to rediscover your body. Connect with your body in a fun, easy way that works for you. And the third thing is to redefine what beauty means to you so that you can make healthy choices as a person and not as a body, and not so much emphasis and energy on how you look.
Right.
And yeah, those are the 3 steps that will help you get comfortable in your own skin, that will make you feel happy. Because when you spend so much energy on worrying about how you look, there's a
Yeah.
dissatisfaction in life. There's unhappiness.
Yeah.
You feel like something is missing. Yeah, there's a void
You
in life, and that
you touch a
sadness and
very
unhappiness.
You touch a very important topic, I think, because, first of all, it's a really big social thing. Like, as you said, it is not just, something which we think, it is something which is defined by our society, by advertising, by the fashion industry, and definitely touch our women minds basically like from the age of 11, 12, because that's the time when we are really insecure about all this, teenagers think. They actually think about their noses and everything is not right for them because their body is actually changing at that moment. So they want to be
Yes,
something else than they should be. So they actually in that state of mind where they don't know yet who they will be, they will be
yes,
women. So it's a
yes,
very exciting state, but the fashion industry make this state of mind for them as like a hell because they're supposed to look like that Barbie dolls or anything like that. You are absolutely right. So it's a really painful moment for our society. But I would like to put a little bit more attention on how we can change it for ourselves because yes, we have this problem, right? But let's say, like, I'll give you an example of my mom because I made a lot of photo shoots for my mom and for my parents, for my godmother as well. And it was
yeah.
really
Uh-huh.
exciting how differently these women treating the photo shoot, how differently they look on the results of the photo shoot. Because, like,
Yes.
other people except my mom, they were quite excited about the photo shoot and they love themselves, they're happy.
Uh-huh.
But my mom,
Yes.
she doesn't like any photography, like not from other people, not from her. She always thinks that she's supposed to look absolutely perfect, no wrinkles, nothing like this. She's going to be 70, so you understand, like no wrinkles is an interesting idea. She's not looking for the healthy food options either. So like she doesn't look, she's supposed to see the consequences, but she doesn't. So she always think that I have to Photoshop her like, she would look like Barbie. So, what can we do to basically change that perception for ourselves, like in an easy way? Because I know that for many people, I mean, well, we can meditate, we can do too much of work, mental work. But let's say, can you give some really easy step where to start? For people like my mom, who is like, she will not do the dieting, she will not do a lot of things. She just needs something to start and get little result. Give me some example.
Okay. I'll tell you how I started. I started with doing belly dancing.
This is
Okay.
interesting.
When you do belly dancing, you really start moving your body in a very different way. They teach you to move your hips and then do the shimmy and that. So that, in a very safe environment, it was a ladies' class, so not to, and most of the ladies that came there were actually very self-conscious. So we
Right.
were in a similar mindset. And I found that the dancing class, only ladies, um, that way, that helped me become less conscious and more comfortable with, I've got thick thighs, I've got broad hips. So when the fat and the jiggles jiggle with you while you're dancing, first it was very strange. So that helped me um, to start getting comfortable. As I attended more classes, I started getting more comfortable with my body exactly the way it is. No changing, no chopping, no hiding. It helped me start to get comfortable with the body parts that I wasn't. I don't like my hips. I've got very broad hips. And I'm very conscious. I'm less conscious now, but at that time I was very conscious. So that helped me. So I really suggest that you find a dance class. I really believe this. It can be any dance class. And you decide what works for you, and that helps. When it comes to photography, I know a lot of people are very conscious. Myself, when I come in on this video, I'm also very self-conscious of how I look, will my left side or my right side. The good thing to do with that is to take pictures. What I did is I got a friend to take pictures of myself with makeup, without makeup. And then we started taking left side and right side, okay? With and without makeup, and we compared. And we would put the photographs on a screen. And then what I did is, with my friend, we did this project to see which one we feel uncomfortable. What feelings it invokes is part of one of the steps that I actually do in my coaching. We take different photographs with a cell phone, and I take photographs and the person must take selfies. And we put it on the computer, and then you go through the photographs and you write down what each photograph makes you feel like. And then you review the list. And then you ask yourself, why do you feel that way? And you'll be surprised. You will actually like some of your photographs. So those
Right.
are the
It's a
two
fantastic
easy
method.
way. Yeah. And we all take
It exactly.
selfies. We all involve.
Chanela asks about the photos, just exactly right here. She says that she feels very uncomfortable with her own photograph and asks you to help. So I think that Anjana basically answer your question, Chanel, about the photos just right now. So yeah, it's amazing practice basically to understand what do you feel about that. So it's not about photos basically,
Yes.
it's something deeper.
It's not about how you look.
Right.
It's not only about how you look, it's how you feel about each photograph. So you do one shot with makeup, one without makeup. And it is a powerful process of what you will discover about yourself, because you're exploring and you will see where the mindset, and sometimes it even triggers memories of why you feel in a certain way, or maybe an incident in your teenage, or somebody made some remark that affected you and wounded you so profoundly that you don't feel comfortable about your body and your face and how you look in photographs. It's a very powerful exercise. I would say those two exercises would, you can start with that. But I would start with the dancing. That's more fun.
I love it, absolutely. Sophia, right, that she danced on her own. So yeah, I absolutely agree. I love dancing on my own as well. So
When
I
you're,
absolutely agree, it's powerful. So what I
when you're
wanted
a
to ask you,
teenager, yes.
yeah, sorry. So
And I
what
say
I
when you're a
wanted,
teenager, okay, you go.
All right. So I wanted to ask you something because we are not teenagers. So I know that it is a good topic, but I mean, none of us teenagers, and we are more looking for women who are like a little bit above 40. Say so. So the interesting moment which I face personally, specifically when I do work on my own, I do go to gym and I kind of trying to care about myself as much as I can. And mostly I go to gym to feel physically healthy, not to make some special body or something like that. I think that
Okay.
keeping yourself healthy is important. But the interesting thing which I noticed that because many of my friends who are not entrepreneurs, they are not so conscious and not that self-disciplined because when we are going live all the time and stuff like this, we become much more self-conscious about how we look and we basically care about ourselves more, right? But these people around me who are on job and stuff like this, they don't care about themselves that much. So what I feel, they feel uncomfortable that I am so self-disciplined. So they start criticizing the fact that I am going to gym, the fact that I am like, taking some self-discovery things. And, so what do you think about this? How a person who is on the path to self-confidence can work with people who basically can put them down because they feel uncomfortable now because other people are more confident.
Ah, that's a tricky one. How
Yeah.
to handle self-criticism and how to handle external criticism. The, at the end of the day, when you're on a path like yourself, on taking care of yourself, and by because you value yourself so much more. So when you value yourself, when external people criticize you, you must always remember how important your health is for you, how you have to be selfish in this instance, but in a good way, because you know you're on the right path. It helps you be happy. It helps you live a fulfilling life, to take care of yourself and how important you are. At the end of the day, it's how you value yourself.
Right.
These people do not value themselves, so they are being judgmental. So it shows that they are hard on themselves,
Yes.
and because they're not doing it, they're going to criticize you because they want to be like you or they're jealous of you. It's one of those two
Exactly.
things. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's how you value yourself, how important you are to yourself. And that value that you place on yourself is your self-worth. So you don't
Exactly.
let your self-worth be defined by external opinions, what other people tell you. It means that you are becoming resilient, you're becoming stronger, that other people's opinion do not define. You know how important you are. So it builds you, it makes you stronger. So very important. You are important. You matter. That's how you have to value yourself. So
This is fantastic.
that will keep you going. That will keep you going. That will help you to stay on your path of self-care and self-worth. And the stronger you become, the more you practice, as they say, practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more you believe in yourself, the more you value yourself, and the goals and the things that you do adds to your self-worth. So these people, you know what? Tell them, come along on my path. See what difference it makes. Join me. Encourage them to join you.
When I hired people, when I've been working in the advertising industry, I hired some people and I told them that I will never ask from you more than 15% of that what I do because you quite probably will not survive even that. So, I actually ask a lot from myself. So that usually put like myself down a little bit because like I expect a lot from myself. and I work hard to achieve those goals. And it doesn't happen all the time. You know that, we're all humans, so we probably will
Yes,
not
yes,
reach
yes,
all the goals, specifically when we aim too high. So what is
yes.
your suggestion about this? Like, how high we have to put our expectations about this self confidence, self worth process? Because I know that sometimes we aim so high and then we can't reach it fast enough, and then we actually put ourselves down because we'll say, okay, we can't reach it, we can't get our dreams, and then after 2 3 months of hard work about our own goals, we feel like, okay, we can do anything, and we just put a flag down. And we're not going to do anything, give me my chocolate now. So stuff like that. So what is your suggestion about this? Because I know it's, again, a problem which is very typical for many of us.
Especially entrepreneurs, yes.
Right.
Yeah. Expectation is a two-sided sword. Expectation reduces joy in life, especially when you got too high expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So self-confidence is not a goal. Self-confidence or self-worth is a journey.
Mm-hmm.
So every day when you wake up, what are you going to do today? What value are you going to add today to your self-worth, to your self-confidence? So what meaningful action are you doing so that your self-worth and your value as a human being does not diminish?
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is expectation is also about control.
Right.
Right. You set goals for yourself, and we don't live on our own. We live in a world. We engage with the external world. So how much can you control and how much you can't control at the end of the day? Very important awareness to keep in mind, because that is very directly linked to expectation. Your expectation of other people and expectation of yourself. And it comes down to control.
Mm-hmm.
How much can you control and how much is good enough in terms of your effort that you are putting? You know
Mm-hmm.
you're doing your best. You know you're giving it your best today with the knowledge that you have today, with the practice that you have today, with the skills that you have today, with the
Right.
wisdom that you have today. And with that, you have to make peace that for today, that was good enough.
Right.
Not perfectionism. You see, your expectation comes to another thing is perfectionism. There's no such a thing as perfect
Yeah.
and control. Okay? You can't control things, you can't control the external world. You can only control as much as you know for that moment, your capabilities for that moment. And you need to make peace that that was good enough for today, for that moment, for that goal, for that project, for that transaction, for that video, and you did your best. And
Yeah.
then you close that chapter, you learn from it, and what's next? That's how you
So
make peace with
basically,
yourself.
accept ourselves and accept our actions. Like.
Worth, accept your actions, and your actions are based on your capabilities for today. Like I'm speaking on the video, this is my experience. This is my good enough for today. This is, I'm putting my heart and soul into this interview. And when I'm done, I got no expectations. It is what it is. And I did my best to my ability today with the knowledge that I have today. And I must be happy. And that's good enough for today. I need to practice more to be a bit more lively and lively and, yeah. And that's
Right.
good
I
enough.
think that.
When you can make peace with that is self-confidence, that is self-worth. You value yourself because you know you did the best.
Right.
And it takes practice to have
So
this
I think
mindset.
I think that based on the interview which we just as of now had, I think that there are a lot of important points we touched because, I mean, there are many points which are really painful for women entrepreneurs. So, like the audience to who we talk are supposed to be quite satisfied with our discussion, I guess so. So, so far, so good. So, let me ask you the question, which is usually the cherry on the pie in our interviews, is what is the best advice you can give to our viewers?
The best advice. I thought I gave all my best advice.
I know. Now give it in better one.
Okay. I'll give you a better one. Okay. The best advice is that's what we discussed, but in summary, that your skills, believe in yourself, that the skills that you have, the abilities that you have, and how you applied yourself with full heart and mind. And that is good enough for today. Accept yourself that whatever you do with the best intentions and the best, and you did your best, and that feeling that good enough, you know what, you get so happy and you go, yay, I did. For example, you learning how to run, you want to become healthy and you decided you're going to join a running club. You start off slowly. You start off 1 kilometer. If you haven't ran, you're not a jogger. You start off with 1 kilometer, then the next day 2 kilometers. That's good enough for today. Don't beat yourself up. Oh, I can't do this 5 kilometers. Like babies, one step at a time, and you will get there. And for today, doing 1 kilometer today when you start off is good enough. That will build self-value, that will build self-confidence. It will make you happy. So feeling good enough, that word, good enough is so powerful. So don't be so hard on
Right.
yourself. That's my point. Yeah.
Yes. Confidence is a skill and we can build it one baby steps at a time. That I agree with you. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
so grateful for this interview. I think that was incredible because really, really, I mean, confidence is something which many people need. Many people
Yes.
try to build and fail, and I think that you did give a lot of interesting guidance and ideas which will help them to build the confidence in the future. So thank you so much. And now I want to ask you, what do you have to offer to our viewers?
Yay! What I have to offer is, at the end of the day, we all want to be happy. So I have a free ebook, which is how to be a happier, beautiful version of yourself. We all deserve it. You all matter. And I hope this ebook really helps you find the beautiful, happier version of yourself. And oh yeah, the cherry on top, confident self.
Fantastic.
The
So
the
can you share
link,
the link? Just verbally say the link to that.
the link would be at Art of Happiness Institute website where the happy stuff is. That's where you will find the link.
All right. I
It's
will
under the
also
free
share this
section.
link in the comments, but I just
Okay.
want people to hear it for our SoundCloud, so that will make more sense. And thank you
Yes.
once again. It was exciting interview, and see you next
Thank you for
time.
having me,
Hopefully,
Eve. Yes.
welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Hopefully,
It
you
was a
all will
funny.
enjoy a wonderful book on happiness, and this will help you to become more confident and more happy.
Thank you. Okay, then. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And thank you, Eve, for having me over. And it was a growing. I'm also learning to do videos and building my self-worth and confidence online. So it was a good experience. And thank you, Eve. I really enjoy these interviews. Okay,
Welcome.
then.
See you in the group.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.